All right, here we are on Saturday, August 31st. Kind of feel it in the air, even here in Hawaii. Kind of feel it in the air, the change up, Halloween coming around. Of course, all the stores here already dropping. Well, actually, like a month ago, I was already seeing Halloween stuff up at Costco and Walmart and whatever. But this is a long weekend. This particular session, there's probably not a lot of people hanging out. Just a handful of us stoic souls that are going to listen to some music. This is strictly a dono makeup session here, so got a lot of music to listen to. And we're going to just dive right in. Couple things I want to let you know really quick. If you're part of Discord, we have a little poll going on which horror Halloween game I should play live on Halloween night. So you can join that on the Discord. And then what's the other thing I have to say? Nothing. I forgot I spaced. You guys ready for some music? I'm ready for some music. Let's all do some music. So the first one up, coming up here is Great Sage Sun. Tells me that it's going to make me a metalhead no matter what. So let's see what he's going to flex on my ears here. Let's see what we got. Here we have, it's going to be quite a bit of a track here to listen to. So this one is called The Seven Angels by Avantasia. And he said that he was inspired to recommend this because of your reference to Immortal Meatball, Meatloaf, last week. That's funny. I remember that. It's time for some metal opera from the super group project led by Tobias Summit. So guys, let's go. Hey, Snake. Caught me off guard. It definitely has like a Styx vibe, yeah? God, that like legendary 80s metal vocal too as well. I love the growl organ back there they got going on. Yeah, Dio's a really good call. So yeah, Dio and 6. Would this have been maybe the beginning or embryonic beginning of like symphonic metal? Or is this more current? I don't know, Great Sage. I love the pattern with the organ. And this is where I'm getting that meatloaf reference too, that you talked about in your message. Super high vocals in the background. The bass grinding down. Yeah, it's a whole combo of these 80s metal bands. But this was released in 2002, though. Great callback, you know, some of those nostalgic vibes. Did they ever do a video on this? I like their orchestration approaches. This section gives me the Nightwish vibes. Yeah, so this is the Meatloaf-esque. Yeah, Judgment, I think it's the vibrato that pushes that Getty vibe. Except now that vibrato is more of an 80s vibe.
I had been alone till the madman came along with the knowledge and the silver long beard. He was the first man ever teaching how I could be free, helping me to find to the mind and to the soul. They've been trying to hide it away, and you promised we'd help him now. If I tell him to go all the way.
That vibrato shows up on the Richter scale. The bass is just driving forward on the 8s. A couple of nice dynamic shifts in the piece as well. This is like, that's why the whole rinse seems to be like a musical theater vibe. That's why I'm hoping to see a video on it. I don't know, sometimes there's a little Jack Black vibe in there. Even these chord changes are very anthemic, you know? All back at, you know, all the lighters or the cell phone lights or whatever going off from side to side. voice. What a great, this track. First of all, what a great track to open the stream with. There's so many different fun lifts in this this track. One of the things for me, obviously, is it's got that musical theater vibe through and through, that symphonic metal. But, obviously, I don't know it's still fairly new to me. I know that Nightwish and some of the bands in that era is symphonic metal. But I listened to this, and this is more like symphonic musical metal. And I don't know if that's fair to say because of the dynamic shifts in there in production where they get really quiet, let shift the emotions a little bit. I'm not saying that Nightwish or any bands of that kind of European genre. I don't know also if it's fair to say European genre, if there are many American bands that are in that symphonic metal kind of genre. But without a doubt, the vocals is a big callback to the 80s. A lot of people were referencing so many different vocalists. And even myself, I thought, it sounds a little Jack Black. It sounds a little like this. It sounds a little like that. Little sprinkles of Geddy Lee when he wasn't blasting really hard, so on and so forth. But a really fun track to light the stream off with. So thank you so much for bringing that in. I appreciate it. And I love watching all the conversation as well on the chat when big pieces like this go through. So okay, next up. Let me see here. Stand by. My form is glitching a little bit. Hang on for a second, guys. Let's see what we got here. Hot chick in a diaper. Want some Dire Straits. And, I just refreshed the form. And, okay. But still, let's do Hot Chick in a Diaper. But there was a boosty that came in. Two of them came through. So, but I'll start here with Hot Chick in a Diaper. How are you? Are you here, Hot Chick in a Diaper? No, it was a me glitch. Gitch, Snake. It wasn't form glitch. Where's Hot Chick in a Diaper? Did you just not drop in and popped in? No. Let's go. Let's see which one this is. This is Lady Rider from Dire Straits. Oh, criminy. This is a Vivo video, so we know this is going to get blocked. So I'm going to have to block this on my export. So here we go. Hot Chick in a Diaper. All right. Classic sound, right?
Reminded me of you. Expectation left to come up to you.
Yep, Sultan's a swing album.
On the TV. Yeah, she had another quality. The way you used to love.
But I think it's from the same album.
And I know you never read a book. Just the way that I have felt.
And every now and then he has a Bob Dylan vibe to his voice. What I love about his guitar player is he doesn't use a pick. Everything is open hand with the right hand. And it's his own sound.
You got the same mother was a jazz singer.
Fun, great chord changes, great lead, melody, everything.
Just the way that her hair fell down around her face. Then I recall my fall from grace. Oh yeah, another time, another place. Lady writer on the TV. She knew all about her history. You couldn't hardly write your name. I think I want you just the same as lady writer on the TV.
You know, the rhythm guitar, I just love the compression on that.
Talking about a UN lady writer on the TV. Lady writer on the TV. Talking about the Virgin Mary. Yeah, you know I'm talking about a UN lady writer on the TV.
He definitely can cook on his leads, staying in this nice little pentatonic block right there. I know, isn't that lead fantastic? I mean, the thing about Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits, is really good songwriters, but they didn't even have to start singing, and 2 bars into it, you knew it was a Dire Straits song. And they just had that very unique sound. Of course, it was all formed around Mark Knopfler's guitar playing and the chord changes that he used, as well as very, very, very fun and very approachable lyrics that a lot more people can identify with. And then even that solo kind of stayed in a little zone there. And kind of stayed in a nice little box right there in that pentatonic scale area. But, you know, when you're playing for the masses in the world and stuff like that, you could really make that little box sing. You're not doing any, you know, fretboard parkour, jumping around. It just really sings out and stuff like that. Everything about this was fun top to bottom. Somebody left a comment about the bass. How there's like it was a very warm tone, that there wasn't any bit of a bump on the, you know, like let's say the 6-7K. I really, even for myself, I just love how it's just a wonderful thing when I think of the engineering, how much room a bass gets to be a bass is really depending on the engineer's ears and what the producer wants. And this is one of those bands that always relished keeping the bass in a place where you can even dial into the bass line as an arrangement to guide you through the track. You know, nice and bouncy and stuff. So let me see here. Okay, next up. Alrighty, who do we got here? Let me refresh for a second. Lacrimosa. Wow, coming in hot like usual. How are you, Lacrimosa? What are you doing today? You're West Coast, right? How's the weather over there? Oh, he wants us to hear somebody that I'm a fan of. Someone by the name of Cory Wells. I listened to one of his tracks, I believe, where he played it on maybe it was you, Lacrimosa, that had me listen to, where he's like playing on a steamboat or something, live or something like that. I don't know if that was you that brought that to us, but this is Cory Wells, guys. And his message is, we talk a lot about soundtracks of our lives. My father passed somewhat recently, and this song really, especially the lyrics, is something that resonates with me. That's what music does, for sure, huh? Although the song's about Wells dealing with a late-term miscarriage, I found I identify a lot with the aspects of loss conveyed. Yeah, that's the thing. We get to shape some of these songs if melodically and everything hits us. you know, you get to shape that into your story. Sorry about the loss of your father. I truly am. But let's celebrate the music. And bring some good joy to you.
You've been stuck on my mind. If there's a God, I guess you're not worth his time. Strike me down, I'm done fucking around. What kind of love takes a man from his son?
I really love that they came right in with the vocals on this.
I'm not sure what to say. I write it down, but then I throw it away. Pressure's on, 'cause you're going, gone. I need a song to replace my dismay. I know it's not done, but here it is anyway. I wish that I could bring you back somehow.
Ooh.
And hold you till my life's upside down. It doesn't seem right. Take it away.
Ooh. Never heard this part of his voice
This
before.
can't be right.
Sounds like there's a little organ in the background that's holding the sustain through.
Time. So damn hard to admit I'm not fine. Hide the pain, but it's driving me insane that I know a part of me is gone. Now nothing seems real. Got this hole in my heart that I can't seem to fill. Sinking down and I swear I'm gonna drown. I need a song to replace my dismay. I know it's not done, but here it is anyway. I wish that I could bring you back somehow. And hold you till my life's upside down. It doesn't seem right. Take it away.
Feel the emotion in his performance.
But I just harbor this regret that I can't forgive. And I can't forget. I wish that I could bring you back somehow. Hold you till my life's upside down. It doesn't seem right. Take it away, your light. I wish that I could bring you back somehow. Your mama died to just see you now. It doesn't seem right. Take it away. God wasn't there that night.
Wow. That last line, was that God wasn't there that night? If that was just, that was heavy, very powerful, very heavy track. Obviously in the performance, you know, he was pulling from that heavier place. I know that this had, like, I guess, I forgot who said this. I think Make 33 kind of mentioned it had a little bit of an EMO vibe in there going on with the voice and stuff. When that hook hits, though, it hits so hard and authentic and so powerful. Actually, that break where he goes into that darker, heavier screaming aspect of it, that's when you're like kind of punched in the chest with the emotion on that. What I loved about the track the most is the fact that the emphasis was around the acoustic arrangement. It wasn't something that sunk away as the power came up, you know, with the drums and everything. They really kept the integrity of the acoustic guitars in a position where I feel a track like this, an ode to someone's life, or something this passionate and this powerful. There's just something about singing a track like that to acoustic guitars, you know, and just, I don't know what it is. There's just something more powerful and more soulful with it, even though there were other arrangements in there. Like I said, I heard it sounded like it was a softer organ, like holding down just some of the chords just in whole notes in the background. But I was just, and I also really enjoyed, like I said earlier, the fact that it came right in with the vocals. And what was great is excuse me, is there was a 4-bar breathing spot in between V1, V1, vocals 1, and then vocal 1, part 2. There was just 4 bars of just letting you off the hook and letting you sink into the music a little bit. So like a reverse approach of having an intro, verse, bridge, chorus. But a very powerful song, La Cremosa. And thank you for bringing it to us here. It reminded me of I think if anybody has the capabilities of writing music, whether you're professional or not, amateur, whatever the case is, some point in your life you write something, you know, as powerful or as emotional. I myself did it for my father. I wrote a track called Out of Time, and it's literally in 5/4. It's in an odd time with some meter things, but yeah, that's what music's about. And I'm glad that when you listen to it, it brings either a sense of release or a sense of comfort. So thank you so much, La Cremosa. I appreciate that. All right, next up is the kebab seller wants a game, Hearthstone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hearthstone. Oh, no message. Just listen. Oh, I think we've heard of Hearthstone. I think we've listened to something from this before. I kind of recognize the artwork. Let's see what kebab seller's bringing in the house. Card game, huh? But do you play the card game on a video game platform vibe? I love the guitar player. He does a lot of fun legato pull-offs on there and pull-offs. Sounds really nice. Very great. The guitar recording is fantastic. I like the intimacy of the other arrangement choices. Intimacy, one cello. There's some bouncing woodwinds there. I like when the guitar drops out, you have the little harp kind of going there for a second. The lower end reeds. I love that. like how you hear some of the odd fret noise in the harmonics from that. I don't know if this is like a drop D, tuning the E to the D, or if it's a different open tuning. Yeah, you know what? This kind of has that kind of smoky bar kind of. Somebody put down Tavern. Who put that down there? Chaotic Old Born. But I mean, very progressive though. I guess this is a game where you're playing people from around the world, maybe in a lobby or something like that. Musically though, I loved all the little nuances that were brought in by the independent instruments, not a section. And they were all assigned across woodwinds and stuff. We had the cello in there. We had a little bit of a harper. I don't know if that was a digi, mod harp in there. But I liked, as a guitar player, I was just really enjoying the fact that we were getting some nice legato fingering work and some really good pull-offs and stuff. And for me, when I listen to tracks like this, that is more rhythmic oriented after it's got, established couple of chords and stuff like that. And I'm really kind of digging into the second level arrangements. I go back and I listen to just the fingering of the guitar, fret noise and stuff. And not in a bad way. I just kind of like it, We live in such a sterile world where outside noise and recording, you do what you can to like, compress that or get rid of it or dump it or edit it out. And sometimes the little noises of the harmonics on a fret that the string may not be pressed down all the way or something like that, to me is a buzz. No pun. I don't mean buzz, but is a buzz. But this was a fun song. I got to look into this game though a little bit. This actually looks kind of fun. So, all right, let's see what we got next going on here. Let's see, who do we have here? Double A, skidding in. Skidoo. Skidoodly dat deedly doo. $8,500 donation. What the hell? Typo. My bad. Dyslexia. You want Coheed and Cambria. I knew you would. I knew it wasn't going to be anything less than progressive work. I saw your name pop up, and I just knew it. It's progressive. Is he even here? I think he may have popped in and said aloha. It is a Saturday. He's got a full family. A lot of you folks, I don't even know how many folks are here. I'll be happy if there's 10, 12 people here because it is the middle of a holiday, yeah? So, there's the double A. Okay, double A, you slid in really quick in between family stuff. So let's do this from Coheed and Cambria. This is called The Willing Well, Fuel for the Feeding End. And the message is the story from fear through the eyes of madness takes a step outside of the scenic fiction narrative. The first 3 chapters of examples of life in the writer, a character who is crafting the lives of a protagonist, Claudio, which Claudio and his companions, I'm assuming it's his band, through the series of delusional conversations with his 10-speed bicycle. Yeah, that would be a little tough thing to explain in court while you're talking to your bike. The writer decides that he must kill the prize Ambelina to properly end the story. Okay, I'll continue to read this while I'm playing this for you guys. Okay. Let's go from double A. This is Coheed and Cambria. Let's go. All right. Yeah, it's good to see you, double A. I know we haven't chatted for a minute. Kind of reminded me of early Oingo Boingo, this entrance. I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
This is what I wish for those and all they know. Could depend on how coward I should dare. If she won't give me the love I came here for.
So Cambridge, so Claudio right there with his harmonies. so Dead Man's Party.
All the things that trouble you. So visit your mirror image of what might have once been. Hey now, what is it? But I won't rest till death do you part. This is how I feel, my God, from what's been there. The flies that fly the fight tonight. Is it love that I'm feeling, or is this hate the same? The emotion's enough to kill the same.
Drums sound fantastic.
Hey now, what is it, boy? All the things that trouble you. So busy, show me image of what might once be. Hey now, what is it, boy? Besides,
Well, those backgrounds are also such a signature sound for these guys as well.
little maggots of the west side of your city, right? Little maggots, do they learn how to what you did?
Sounds like there's some pitch shifting going on in there in one of the channels.
West side of your city, right? Little maggots, do they learn how to what you did? From start to finish, I made you feel this. I'm comfort in turn with the world you learn. To live through this age, to live with its way. I burden discern in the blood you taste. Why would you deny me answers? If I'm just a boy on the brain,
Bouncing around with the harmonics on the crunch.
harder in hell through its fires. Be brutally honest, what's it that
A
I
little bit of pitch harmonics.
the curve of your body, how I want her with me. The truth of the story, the wish you well, I wish you all. The better end of all to come.
A nice little fanfare 70s rock vibe here.
Now hear one by one. I am to you extend tonight. The memory to fuel the fire.
There's a little bit of a Jimmy Page vibe in there with the lead work.
Watching his tale with the words he unfolds, a conscious and cold. We never
Oh, the bass.
know. He screams as he laughs off the dust from his eyes. These words will now learn of the dreams in his mind. Could this be that hard for me?
I like this section. Nice change.
To my new entity, or banish it home to the grave. No one to say.
This is a great section right here.
With the quickness strike out for the lesser
I like what he's doing with the kick.
Word right as well, sign forgiveness for sale. still. Your body to blood.
I love that sound.
You follow their lead, one by one every stage. Could this be that hard for me to configure a new life in vain? To my new entity, or Padme machine home to the grave. I will not say.
There's a little growly organ right there. So many little servings of dynamics through this whole thing, or sections in here that are really fun to listen to. My principal focus on this thing was the fact that, except really for this last section and one other section, this whole thing was like a masterclass in muting, guitar muting, playing, palm up against getting the chug out of it to keep the rhythm tight. It just sounded so fantastic, and it was so clean. And that cleanliness in the muting and the tone in the guitar also gave, in my head, enough tone space to allow the drums to really. I think Aman had mentioned earlier about a little bit of the stereo imaging and the dynamics of the stereos. A stereo that, like for instance, the snare was able to captivate. Kick was always it was right there in the face, but the snare had this really like zero pre-delay, early reflection. Like maybe off of a plate sound. That was really, really nice. So the snare really came off nice and stereo without probably over bumping the overhead mics to try to get that same vibe. Claudio's voice is just, like I said, it's the signature sound. Just like Dire Straits that we did earlier. Anytime Coheed and Cambria comes up, it's such a signature sound. Even before he comes in. But the second you hear his voice, it's just lock and load. You know what you're getting yourself into. And so far, I have never heard one straight song from Coheed and Cambria. What I mean by that is, and I'm sure they're out there, I just maybe haven't gotten to it, but I think a lot of the fan base really enjoy tracks of music like this that move around in place. You have a lot of good rhythm changes, great arrangement. I don't want to say changes again, but great arrangements. But I don't think I've ever heard a song from them that was pretty straightforward, where it was like intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, second verse, second pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus out, or anything like that. It's always theater to the mind compositions, and then of course the signature background vocals as well. It's just great to listen to it. For me, it's the soaking in, if you would, the soaking in of this whole thing with Coheed and Cambria has been just a great journey. It's just like those, like that Protest the Hero song I did the other day with you guys. That's just another one of those things where I had said in that review, where I had said what's unique is that Protest the Hero, but most likely here as well in Coheed and Cambria, it's like as their sounds have changed and grown and developed, so has the audience members or the fans of this, almost as if going on the same identical journey of, unique ways to express yourself sonically and then taking the audience for a ride, That's how I feel about it, Double A. I hope you liked it. It snows in Australia. ¿Qué te parece, mano? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Aquí muy humido, very humid. Hace calor. Y ahora cago fuego. No, I'm sorry. Nobody understood that, right? Sorry, my bad. Only after I ate chili peppers. You laugh if you laugh. If not, you cringed. I forgot Aman speaks Spanish. Oh my God. Fuego isn't soda. All right, let's continue on. Stand by. I suck. Okay. We're rounding off $75 of... No, I'm just going to... Next up is Meek Siu, how are you? Okay, so Meek Siu wants an anime, Tokyo Revengers. So Tokyo Revengers. Crybaby. It's a pop track. Crybaby is one of the openings for the anime Tokyo Revengers. It is composed by official Hige Dandism, a Japanese pop band. All right, guys, let's go. Have you heard of this track or this band, guys and gals in the chat? Oh, music video.
胸ぐらを掴まれて強烈なパンチを食らってよろけて肩を並べうずくまった夜通りの雨に
Kind of more of a pop rock, no?
傷口が綺麗になるなんて嘘をつくいつも口喧嘩さえ
Oh, nice bend into the chord change with the guitar player.
The bass.
Such a happy sound. So positive. Great, some great chord changes too. Oh, great production on the background vocals. Nice.
お前の隣には立てないから相手が何であれ日和らない何度のされても諦めない忘れるな忘れるなと言い聞かせ続けたのに
I like that.
Ah, 傘はいらないから言葉を一つくれないか
Ooh.
優しさではなく弱りに侵された
Man, this is so well written.
えぐるような言葉
That 6/8 swing back into the 4/4 is a little bit of a... Bass.
濡れた服に舌打ちしながら晴れ上がった顔見合って笑う土砂降りの夜に囚われの日々に問いかけるように光った瞳の中で誓ったリベンジ
What do you say, except for one thing? Just great songwriting. You know, everything about the music that comes out of Japan are a lot of Japanese composers, or even now, if I may say, Japanese influenced composers who are newer writers now, younger writers. A You could take the vocals out of this, and it would still be just as beautiful and melodic. I'm not saying that the vocals impede on these great chord changes or anything like that. The vocals are phenomenal. Any vocalist that I've ever heard on a song of this nature and composition has been tremendous. You have to be, in order to keep up with the basic tracks and the arrangements of a lot of these composers, you know. Key shifts, beautiful chords used. I mean, they max out. If it's in the key of How Do You Do, and there's 12 chords in that key, they're going to max that out, and then they're going to dust it off and diminish this or flat this or sus this or whatever the case is. They really are definitive with their compositions. And so this was, I guess this was considered kind of, is that your favorite track? That's the key of How Do You Do. That's like the mode of... what's somebody teased me about one of my guitar parts. It's, instead of it being Mixolydian, it was Jeebsolydian. Anyhow, yeah, so the key of How Do You Do, where you can play Jeebsolydian, which means just music everywhere. Anyhow, all that being said, it was a great track, but I thought this was a little more pop rock, though. And I don't know if that's, since I don't know how to define a genre by what instruments are used. I thought there was just a little bit more of a cleaner pop rock vibe of it than straight pop, but this was great. And his voice, background vocals too, were really nice. Background vocals sounded a little bit like they may have jammed up a little bit of a digi harmonizer to help with that, or if it was just intricate, you know, engineering. But then again, nowadays with digi, all you have to do is sing one hook, and then you just copy and paste it through once you do your sidechain work, or whatever the case is. Doesn't take away from the end game. I'm just saying that's what happens. Yeah, I think so too, Snake. I think there's a little bit more of a lean to be hearing a little more guitar work in more progressive pop stuff. You know, speaking of guitar work, on Nick Nocturnal's one of his shows a couple weeks ago, you guys ever heard of country core? Like, that's the latest jam or the latest genre. It's called country core. I don't know. Oh, Snake, speaking of you next. But yeah, country core. They're now using kind of this core, like metalcore-ish, you know, added compositions to country music, but you know, not in the Mudvayne style per se, or not. Did I say Mudvayne? I'm sorry, that was a different genre. But it's got the breakdown, it's got the drop, you know what I mean, and it's got that, you know, lower kind of vibe. So we're doing Risk of Rain. And this one is from the Risk of Rain 2, Seekers of the Storm. This one is called Om Mani Padme Hum Part 2. So this is very new. Ah, okay, so it's a new DLC. Okay, so let's go. Run DLC. Sorry, bad pull on DMC. Let's go. Uh-oh. Is Chris going to be pushing that progginess now, giving us a little bit more of that... Oh. He was like stirring up the hot sauce with the opening arrangements. Now he's giving us a little bit of like, we're putting it on the cheese, yo. Here we go. Now he'll probably come back into a more progressive, aggressive rhythmical arrangement. Ooh, the hi-hat work. That's where I recognize it from, Crunchy. Thank you. Oh, that little dee! It almost sounded like a video game. Does he play all his own instruments? At least piano and guitar? Signs of Dave Weckl on the drums. Little sprinkles. That pattern that keeps going on back there. So with these outside projects, the DLCs, I guess this is when composers can write additional music. And I'm asking, I'm not stating a fact, but I take it that this is the opportunity that when a composer wants to write additional music, and then they make it, they offer it perhaps as a little less or something like that as a DLC in like Steam or something like that. Maybe the publishers of the game and Chris have a deal on how that may work. But it sounds like without a doubt this track, this track speaks more of a deeper Chris. I always rip Chris. I just, maybe I should interview him for a second and say, hi, my name is Jeeps. Could you just tell me your name? Okay, thank you for the interview, so I can get it right. I'm sure he's too busy to chat with me. But this is like him being him, like, oh, I'm waiting to bust out on some real sick progressive music. I guess this was just released 12 days ago, Snake. Thank you so much for hanging this up on us, because that was not only did it sound great, that drummer was fire, and the engineering was fantastic. I'd like to know if it was Chris on the keyboards, you know, who was doing that really nice solo work and stuff like that, really nice left-hand chord progression around the root note and stuff like that. And then I guess you guys were telling me it was one guitar player through and through. Excuse me. I'm having a little bit of a allergy reaction to something today because of that. Anyhow, this was just absolutely. I'm gonna. A matter of fact, Snake. This is going. Ooh, I bit my lip. Motherfucker. Sorry. It's live. Anything can happen. Motherfucker. I'm definitely going to put this, I got to listen to this, and I'm putting this on our Spotify playlist as well. You know, I thought it was great. I love it. It's almost like you get to hear a part of a composer that's just waiting to get the opportunity to go, you know, while he's still writing music for where he's at and stuff. But then again, I don't know his discography and everything like that. But this, by far, in the trajectory of listening to his music and me always pointing out the unique rhythmical changes or patterns he has in there, or he'll breathe a little fire into certain sections by dirtying up the guitar and doing things. This by far is one of my favorite ones. Kind of reminds me of some of the fusiony Latin stuff of the 70s, but with today's production and all that. So, but yeah, Ooh, I went long on that one, right? Sorry, that got me a chatty. Chaotic Old Boar wants us to listen to Crown Lands. It's progressive. Oh, we're staying on the progressive train, it sounds like. And so this is called Citadel. And just some nice live prog I found recently. All right, Chaotic Old Boar. Let's go.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
What's this? What the hell just did I miss? What the heck happened here? This couldn't be right.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Okay, that was a fail. maybe I copied the wrong link. I don't think I did. Chaotic Old Boar, are you still in the house? I don't know what happened there. Unless you wanted us to listen to a 15-second bump, or you actually worked for the marketing team, and that was I don't know. I thought it was. Did I? You know what? I clicked on your on your link, Chaotic Old Boar, and this is what I got. I don't know what happened. I was doing your track, but this was an ad, was it? Or was it an ad? No, it wasn't an ad. This was the whole video. You see. On the link. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens if I keep going. Nothing. Boto boy. Okay, well, hey, could you just drop your link in with Snake? If you find that what that snake is. I mean, what that link is. Jesus, I can't talk. I'm going to go on to another one. I'll come back to you, Chaotic Boar. Snake or AA. If you can let them know what link it was for me to listen to. Fash Demented wants me to listen to some jazz here into the house. Hiromi is the how do you do here. And let me play Fash Demented's Spectrum, I believe. And he says, oh, you're lying to me when you say that you're the best. No, I'm kidding. Hiromi is just a force of nature on piano. Lover stuff. Let's go. All right. I know I don't have any coffee. I've only been drinking water. Ooh, that right hand. I guess this must be an original. Oof. My right hand's getting cramped just listening to it. Oh, do you know how hard that is? Now we're getting to a little jive. She's loving this part too. She's like, yay. Oh my goodness. Chicken skin. Ooh. What do you say to that? I say nothing. I think if you could not have read my reactions on my face, there's nothing I could say about that. That is just jaw-dropping, yet so delightful. Who just said that too? I think it was who said something about AI. Yes, there's just no way that AI would ever perform anything like this. There's no two ways about that. And even if it did, it doesn't matter. That's in the sense, even if it could, it would pale in comparison to watching somebody as unbelievably powerfully talented as she is. For me, it brings home a little bit of... I feel sad sometimes as a composer and as a musician and stuff that I didn't study really hard on any one of the number of instruments that my father and my mother gave me opportunities to learn, that I somehow in my life I was just okay with being okay. And I wasn't, really pushed to want to become better at anything. Frankly, anything in my life. I was okay just being okay. But when I sit here and I listen to this and I just go... I mean, there's no two ways about it. Incredibly talented, but she probably practiced 15 hours a day ever since she was 5 or something. And even if she was a prodigy, it's one thing to be a prodigy, to have the skill set, but prodigies don't sit on their laurels. Is that the best way to say, hey, I can do this? They're pushing themselves with their skill set that they have, instead of, let's say, a 5-year-old playing, a movement from Liszt or something like that, if it was a piano thing. That they themselves are like, oh, I can do this? Well, let me see how far I can push it. And then a lot of times, though, you also find that there was a lot of there's sections in here that were very chill, and very approachable. But then when there was stuff going on with her left hand was just cooking while she's just playing these very melodic, right hand work and stuff, or the dual. You don't react anymore. You just feel at that point. So anyhow, this was absolutely just mind-numbing. Loved every bit of it. You DM'd me. Okay, Snake, stand by. Let me get one other song going, and then I'll catch that DM link, and we'll get that going. So first, let me go to Video Games or Art. And this is a band called Tauk More. This is funk. We be funkin'. And Tauk More is normally an instrumental jam band, but they collaborated with vocalist Kanika Moore for an album, and this is one of the tracks. You'll notice that Utwan Stanley doing background vocals here. The concert, they did some covers with him as well. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. Oh, I love what the bass is doing. It sounds real straight, but man. I like the wah-wah is actually the piano with a wah patch on it. That tom-tom, that whole Sin tom-tom vibe. I like that sequence. Sounds like it would be a little bit out of it, in the funkiness of it, but it's great. I love the bass here. Oh, that drummer's catching air. Listen to that organ grind out too. I love that wah patch on the keyboard. Clave wah. Yeah, the bass is nice and beefy in the mix, too. That was a great track, man. That was such a great track to listen to, especially live, and the engineering was great, even though it was probably remixed in the studio. The live sound guy did a fantastic job in getting, the sounds that he got. I love I said it already 3 times, but the wah vibe of the keyboard patch. A little bit of that, and also the way it's kind of approached and it's a very Herbie Hancock kind of vibe as well. And a little bit of the, kind of reminded me of, the kind of vibe in the key playing, or that sound. I forgot, what was the name of that song? People, keep on, keep on. I forgot. I suck at that. She sounded fantastic, too. If this was basically an instrument band that just had, stepped in with a little bit of the melody with her singing, it sounded like a complete, like I wouldn't have known that it was, mostly instrumental and stuff, more of a jazz fusion band. But when they got down into their breakdown, if you would, watching the drummer got at least a foot and a half of air under him at every downbeat. Yes, that's right. Higher Ground. That's right. Oh, is that not a knockout of a track, too, as well? All right, Chaotic Old Boar. I got your link. Let's see if this works. All right. There we go. This is it, right? Little swimmy piano.
Winter falls upon the sentinels as the warring drums draw ever near.
Wow, I like his voice.
From the hills of excellence is coming, and the black snake reveals its face. Our sacred land endures forevermore. And they fight above the citadel. They song enacted to their death knell.
Sounds like the guitar tone might be also working its way through a synth mod. Oh, that guitar tone is just... yeah, I just noticed that it snows in America. The bass, the bass being played by the foot pedal. Yeah, it is that Greta Van Fleet, Robert Plant. Now, this guy's got a really sizzle on his higher end of his voice. Trippy. Yeah, it's got the Rush vibe, you know. Yeah, Judgment. I kind of vibe you on that. Very much that trio metal vibe or trio rock vibe. That, you know, the Rush vibe. Uh-oh. What is that coming from the 70s track? What a great track. Let's go. Some big fat hands on that one. Wow. That was definitely a smoking track. It was fun to watch him play it live and also to kind of decipher The foot pedal, listening to his voice as that trio. Like I said, it definitely had the hallmarks of the Rush vibe, and a little bit of the essence of the Zeppelin vibe. But the tone of his voice, the only one thing about this is the tone of his voice was so high and so crispy that in the foot pedal, I was thinking maybe it would have been a little more of a beef shove in the mix or something post this, just to get a little bit more of the bottom there to not counter, but to kind of really power support where he was in his voice and stuff. Trippy track. I was just watching the musicianship on this. And then, of course, listening to the different elements of it that was listening. Oh, it sounds like this, sounds like this, sounds like this.